Hello, and welcome to Social DIYs. This is a program that we do every month for our teens where we do a fun craft inspired by things you've seen on TikTok or Instagram. And it's a really cool way to make your own decor for your room, your locker, wherever you want. This month, we're going to be doing a really cool yarn hanging. In your kit, you should hopefully find a wooden dowel and 2 skeins of thread. A skein is like a little ball, that's the way it comes. These threads were all going to get used, all of the yarn. So the first thing that you want to do is take the wrapper off and kind of start to unwind it carefully so you don't get any knots, and cut all the entire skein into about 2 foot, 2.5 foot long pieces. The whole thing when you're done should look kind of like this because you've got 2 colors. And it's okay if they're not completely even. You can see that my ends aren't completely the same on either side. You can see I've kind of started to pull certain colors out here. But the idea is for them to be about the same length, and then we'll trim them up at the end. You also want to make sure that you set aside at least 1, if not 2 to 3 strings of any of your colors for the end. We're going to need them in order to hang up your piece. So, taking your dowel, you want to find about the center point. You can start wherever you want because these will slide, but it's easiest to kind of start in the center and build your way out. Take a piece of thread, fold it in half. Again, it's okay if it's not exactly even. My ends aren't exactly the same. With that half, wrap it around your dowel and pull it through. So you'll see on one side, you've got a little loop that the 2 strings fall through. You want to make sure that those loops are all on the same side for a uniformity. So once you've done it one way, keep doing all of your strings the same way. Now, there's no rhyme or reason to this. The pattern can go any way you want. You can use, every other is a different color. You can make it random. You can do 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, anything that you would like. I like doing them kind of random. I think it adds a really cool shadowy effect, especially when I've got these contrasting colors, the blue and the green. So you'll go ahead and you'll do them all the way on either side. It won't be the entire length of the dowel, but that's absolutely fine. I'm going to show you the demo I did earlier, which shows you what it looks like when they're done. And again, this is totally random. I've got some bigger chunks of yellow and purple and some smaller chunks. And then you can see I've got this kind of knot here. That's my final thing that I did. So I took 3 strands, actually 2 strands here. I knotted them in half, and then I did the kind of an uneven chunky braid here, and then knotted it at the end with these loops. You can do a braid, you can do a twist, you can just let the threads be, as long as you've got at least 1 thread with 2 loops on the end, so that when you slide it onto your final design, you've got something to hang it. And the nice thing about the loops is that it'll slide right on, like that. So any design you want there. I don't recommend doing more than 3. It'll start to kind of get heavy on top here. And then the next thing you want to do, so depending on how your threads kind of went on to your dowel, you can see with mine here, they're definitely not all the same length. And so as they move out, you're going to have a lot of kind of random length pieces. Some are going to be a little shorter, some are going to be a little longer, and that looks really cool. However, if you'd like them to be more even, whether you want them to be straight across, maybe like a V shape, or in a kind of a diagonal line going one way, you'll want to take your finished piece, hang it on a doorknob or on a hook on the wall, and then just trim the exact shape that you want. I did this one in a diagonal line going shortest to longest based on how my pieces were. And again, they're still not totally even here. It also helps if you're not sure about the exact shape you want, use some masking tape or painter's tape, something that won't pull off of your wall, and tape the shape that you want and then cut along the line created by the tape. Don't tape over your yarn, just tape the wall and then kind of put your yarn right in front of it to see exactly where you're going to want to cut. And then you'll have your finished piece. I can't wait to see what you all create this month. Go ahead and email us your finished pieces at youth@winnetcalibrary.org so we can see all of your super cool work. I'm going to hang mine at my desk because I think it's so cool. And we'll see you again next month for another social media inspired DIY. Bye.